thought occurs.
Oh? Yeah.
We left the game AFK.
We left the game AFK and are routinely coming under attack, yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I saved the game. That's exactly why I saved the game. Hello, everyone, we're back. We're actually, like, we were just rolling right over from the last, session, but, it was only a short break. Not that long.
Yeah, just long enough for me to re-engineer yet another thing, but it's fine. I didn't break anything this time around.
So,
and we are heavily backed up on science now, so we shouldn't have a problem with that.
Alright, in that case, I am going to keep pumping, oh no, it looks like bullet damage and bullet speed is maxed out for the current moment. I'm gonna put... I'm gonna get us on lab research efficiency again.
Okay.
So... So what have you done here? Because I noticed that you were, like, when I came back, you had done something up here. What's?
Well, I was having trouble getting in more assembling machines to get more electric circuits running, so I had to shift back this iron and gears line, and then I also wanted to make sure that I split off the iron and gears and the copper and wires into two distinct routes so that we can use them for other things later. So that we're not just sinking all of the stuff into making science.
Okay, then. Well, I am going to make one additional electric furnace here, and I am going to get us started on, redesigning the iron production line, because this way we will use less coal, and we can rip out the coal production lines.
That'll definitely make it a bit more compact
that we've got running way... Say what?
That'll definitely make it a bit more compact on my end.
Well, I mean, it'll just mean that I can rip up the entire coal line that's running this side of the base, basically, because we're not going to need it anymore. And then we can just... Coal will strictly be going to, whatchamacallit? Power generation. So... I'm giving you the warning right now. It's like, yeah, we are going to you're gonna suddenly lose all iron production.
Okay, well...
All iron production is gonna vanish very suddenly here, because I'm gonna start ripping up the furnaces. In fact, I'm already ripping up the furnaces.
Well, I better craft myself a steel chest and upgrade this.
We've already got an iron chest down here.
Yeah, it's made of iron. Steel chest holds more, so there we go. We haven't...
Don't worry, I promise.
Yeah, we also
this
haven't...
will not...
Yeah, oh god. I was in a menu and just saw that behind the screen. Ooh.
Trust me, this will not be long. I've already got most of the furnaces.
I'm just gonna be up here doing other things.
You freaking out? You freaking out a little bit there?
That is... Actually, there's a thought. I don't know if you know this, I'm autistic.
Oh yeah, well I know that. You've got Asperger's,
okay.
So...
Okay, right.
Like, that was, I think I found out because... I recall, like, the first time that I met you was on, Dave Chaos.
Yeah, Chaos.
His Chaos server.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, so... I remember, Dave Frayham was on there, who turned into, like, the server admin for the Yogscast Complete thing that we were doing.
Yeah.
So, he informed me that you had built a system of, like, I forget exactly how... It had something to do with witchery and creating ID tags to tag people, and you somehow engineered it to, like, actually tag people whenever you were offline. It was like, yeah, and it's all done through Redstone. It was just like, what?
Yeah, that was my old auto-curse system.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And I was like, how the hell did he figure out how to do that? Like, that's incredibly dedicated, and he was like, well, I mean...
I'm mildly curious how this feeds into autism, but okay.
Well, I was like, how on earth did he figure out how to do that? Like, I can't imagine the complexity of trying to get something like that done. And he was like, well, I mean, it might help that he's autistic, you know, so...
Well, yeah, fortunately, I am... it's rough to refer to it this way, but I am fairly high-functioning. So,
high-functioning? Well, I mean, it's... I know nothing about autism, for the most part, so...
Well, the main reason that you don't necessarily want to refer to it as high-functioning is because it means that you're... It's comparing how you pass, essentially, as like a normal person, so to speak. So it's so it can be seen as a bit insulting in that regard. But I have the odd behavioral tick, but for the most part, I'm okay.
Okay, I can kind of see why you did what you did.
Oh? Where, exactly?
I'm just looking at the details of production here.
Oh?
Yeah.
Yep.
I might have to redesign the iron feed on the belt here because of how much larger the electric furnaces are. So let's see, how many do I have here?
Ooh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, is this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? Am I counting that right? That's 10 furnaces, right?
Where along here? Yeah.
10 electric furnaces.
2, 4, 6.
In
Yeah,
row.
10 exactly. They're a little bit wonky because there's a power line in the middle of the start and end one, but yes.
Yeah. There we go. Are we producing red circuits yet?
Not yet, but I will have that capacity very shortly.
Can we produce? Oh, yeah, that's right. We can't produce red circuits yet because we don't have a.
We don't have a creation. We don't have plastic on farm. That's the place.
On tap.
I was going for like the World of Warcraft reference, but yeah.
Anyway,
is there much need for that kind of U-bend there, or like do these?
well, I mean, it's...
Do electric furnaces only take input through that hole in the middle, or can you not just put them on the sides?
You can put them on the sides, but I mean, it doesn't really matter where it goes.
Yeah, I'll shut up. I'm shutting up.
Yeah, your OCD
I'm shutting
is
up because I know exactly what
there.
you'll say. And also, no, I'm not OCD. That is a very different thing.
Either way, you've got a hang up with the way that I'm doing it.
I shall, as the internet tells me frequently, deal with it. Are you okay?
I'm entertained. I'm entertained by this whole thing.
Right, we need a new research.
See, I don't have a problem with like snaking a belt around in incredibly crazy and convoluted ways, and obviously you do have a problem with that. Alright, I'm removing the defunct coal belt. I might actually, like, run out of space in my inventory to hold all of these damn things.
Yeah, that was my fault, exactly.
And for that matter, I don't need this underground belt anymore, so...
My brain wants to reorganize the bullet manufacturing.
Bullet manufacturing actually needs to be reorganized entirely, specifically to utilize only steel and copper. No more iron.
Steel and copper. That I can
Yeah,
manage.
like, if actually open up your crafting inventory.
Yep.
Right? And you see the yellow bullets and the red bullets?
Yep. Yellow's what we got.
Look at
Red's what we're working on.
look at the... Yeah. Look at the damage difference between them. Like, I already told you it point blank, but, like, look at it.
Yikes. And then there's shotguns
It's a huge
as well.
difference. So, yeah. It's like, there's a lot of reason to go for different, like, the better bullets now, so... Yeah. Now, hopefully all of the electric furnaces that I've installed are more than enough to get us done.
Hooray.
What do we want to research next?
Well, I upped the gun turret damage because I figured we probably need it. We can try going with stack inserters.
I'm going with gun turret damage again.
Gun turret damage it is.
Because I am not gonna underestimate.
I have no complaints with this.
Never underestimate how shitty your neighbors can be. Rule and law. Actually, I've got a couple of friends who, like, they're mechanics.
Oh?
Like, that's just what they do for a living. Really simple blue, well, I won't say simple, but, you know, straightforward blue-collar work, right?
Yep.
And I was playing games with them, I think it was last month or something, and, we got onto this, topic of neighbors, okay? And one of their friends from the shop was there as well. And he made a statement about how he shat in his neighbor's grill because he hates him so much.
Right.
And, I mean, I hear this and I'm like, I'm not entirely surprised by this, because I'm talking, like, I know a lot of rednecks. I live in the backwoods, you know? I do not live in a sophisticated part of the United States of America. So hearing a story like this doesn't surprise me that much. But still. Like, whenever you get a story like that, you just have to stop and go, what?
I definitely don't think I have any stories like that.
I mean, it's a different type of, like, it's interesting to hear, is all I'm saying. Just like, oh, you shat in your neighbor's grill. Okay.
Now, when you say grill, you mean barbecue, don't you?
Yeah, a barbecue.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's going to be pungent.
From what I'm to understand, it was like one of the big, like the really, really big ones. It's not like a cheap portable one with wheels on it. It's like the type that, you know, takes a propane tank and everything. Like, one of the big, really huge, heavy-duty ones. The type that, like, really traditional, you know, American backyard grilling takes place on.
Yeah. I don't know that we necessarily have something of a similar scale, like, around here.
The last thing that I heard, that, like, came out of England, or the UK in general, that never would be a thing here in America, because of the difference in, like, available space that you have to work with on a daily basis, was a phenomenon known as iceberg houses.
Iceberg houses. My brain is struggling to recognize the term.
Evidently, it's something happening in London because of the cost of property values and everything. It's the idea that whenever you have such strict building regulations about, like, maintaining an aesthetic or something, I guess.
Yeah.
You, if you can't build up, you build down.
Huh.
And we're talking about houses that have, like, 3 to 4 sub-basements.
Blimey. Jeez, the storage
in the middle of London, and we're talking, like, there's a home theater down there, and there's a wine cellar, and, you know, like, an extra set of bedrooms, and it's all below the house, and it's one of those situations where it's like, well, I mean, we can just basically hollow out the entire underside of the lot, you know, and, of course, because we're talking about people with lots of money who are doing this.
Yeah.
You're finding yourself in a situation where it's like, yeah, so, because of the, you know, the fact that we're talking about people with a lot of money, they also have the money to sue each other whenever, you know, the earth starts shifting underneath these houses. Which is a natural thing to come to pass if you, you get the idea.
Yeah.
So,
the
like,
US is legendary for it, really. So it surprises me to hear more of it around here.
Well, I mean, if your neighbor starts, like, reorganizing the underside of their house, and you know, it, like, murders the structural integrity of your house, I can see a lawsuit coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't imagine that not happening no matter where in the world you are, so.